Alright, y'all, we got something real special for you G-body lovers today. We got a 1984 Monte Carlo SS. This thing is super clean. Supposedly one owner. This is a true barn find, and I'm saying we literally got it from somebody that it was sitting in a barn for like 10 years. It had to be super detailed, but I'm telling you, this thing is super clean. So if you guys that know, 84 is the only year that you get this color combination. You got the white and the blue. Blue looks beautiful. So getting into it, we did put new tires on it. Obviously you got the old schools. I'll move on down. Paint and body, I'm gonna actually get this like an 8.5, and I'm gonna do this with the pretext that by no means is this paint perfect, but it's an all original Survivor, so I always kind of, you know, count towards that. The white is in good shape. You got a little tiny bit of you know, oxidation. White does change, which it gives you those little tiny like rust spots here and there, and get a little bit of yellowing. But man, it's a beautiful car. No dents or anything that need to be pointed out. It's raining outside hard. A little bit of dirt right there. So when I brought it in, you might see some water spots here and there, but again, it's crazy pouring. So when I do the test drive, you'll see it. Again, I'm not telling you that this paint is perfect. You can see the normal swirls from the car wash. And this is what I was talking about, these little rust specks. If you got a white car, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Even on newer cars, it happens. And it's not necessarily that it's rust. It's normally iron particles. So on white, you can see everything. So a lot of cars get transported by rail. So by the train, that kicks up a lot of iron dust. And then obviously, almost all brake dust is, you know, normally, if you're not using ceramic, normally it'll be iron. So that's why you hear people talking about iron decontamination and things like that. But anyway, it gets into the paint, and then you can see these little tiny specks, and that's why you see them on white cars so much. Either way, trunk looks good. Bumper solid. We have no cracks. Impact strips are intact. No bubbling or anything. Sorry about that. I had to go ahead and take that call. Rear glass looks good. We don't have any cracks or anything like that. Coming down the fender, you don't see any waves or dents. Like I said, she's solid. All the trim seals around the quarter windows, no issues there. Got the old school style T-tops, which I prefer better myself. I love the chrome trim around them. They just seem a little bit more solid, deeper channel, so kind of better for you know, for the water. But it is what it is, to each its own. But I do like the way those latch differently. Like I said, she's pretty solid, definitely. Windshield looks solid, no cracks, no rock chips. And then as we come down the hood, no rock chips here. Hood appears to be properly aligned. And then we look at the front bumper. Bumper looks good. Got a little bit of a paint peel right here. No cracks at our stress points at the fog lights underneath. So pretty dope. Go ahead and grab the keys. See y'all getting a sneak peek at that blue interior. Alright, popping the hood. Underneath, relatively clean. Hood's not rusted out, so we're solid there. We do got power brakes, power steering, and the AC does blow cold. And then on this one as well, we went ahead and replaced the air intake. So it's got a new intake on it. Other than that, let me go ahead and pop the trunk. Let's see here. All right, trunk relatively simple. At some point in time, somebody had sounds. You still got that amp set up back there, but the trunk itself is clean. You see, it still got the original undercoating here. No rust, no see-through spots. So, trunk pans, excellent condition, and the weather stripping is still relatively soft. That hasn't been chopped up at all, and you still got your light working. So, all right. Give me a minute. We're gonna go ahead and check out. Let's check out this interior. Like, it's got this beautiful blue interior, obviously going with the white and blue. Super dope. Seats good. No rips, no tears. Everything looks solid. If I'm nitpicking, the rear deck lid, where the speakers go, you can see it with some holes in there. So simple repair, but your choice. Carpet's in excellent shape. No rips, no tears. You can tell it was matched there at one point in time. Seats look good up in the front too. Move these keys. We don't have no rips or no tears. You got a little bit of discoloration, and that's normal when you got T-tops. Sun's beating down, it just happens. Beautiful dash, no cracks, no warping. aftermarket radio. Here's our passenger door panel. No warping, no cracks. Got a little bit of surface rust on them door jambs. Again, to be expected with a white car. Let's check out the driver's side. Wow, driver's side. Again, door panels look great. No warping, no rips. Windows, power, they all work with no issue. There's our driver's seat. I did notice there's a little bit of a tear right here. I guess you don't see it when it's pushed down, but you do have that. Otherwise, seats are in good condition. Mileage 25,223. Supposed to be original. I don't have a way of verifying that, but based on how clean the car is underneath and the rest of it, I wouldn't doubt it. So bear with me, we're gonna do this test drive. All right, y'all, here's go ahead and get started in the test drive. Fires right up. 25 radio works clearly. Yep, radio works. Left turn signal. Oh, that boy kind of bright. Right turn signal. Horn good. Lights are on. I can see them up there. What we doing? Windshield wipers. Both windows. See them T-tops up here. I already know the AC works. I'm good there. I'm gonna turn on the heater just cause. I think that's it, right? Yeah. Alright. Let me move on out the way a little bit so he can get over there. Y'all see how I get real hectic, you know, moving cars. At the end of the day, they bring all the cars inside. And it just so be that I'm still trying to, you know, get this video done, so. But when you got skills behind the wheel, you make it happen. This boy is ready to go for sure. I'm not sure if the idle might be a little bit high. It didn't sound like it was high, but as soon as my foot come off the brake, she's ready to pull, so. Woo. So somebody's picking up. They picking up this 77 Monte Carlo. Kind of wild. They about to tow it with that Gladiator, which I know, you know, they can do what they need to do, but I don't know if I feel comfortable trailing like a 4,000 pound car a decent little distance, but each his own. All right, got a little pull to the left when I hit the brakes. Hands off the wheel, she was tracking straight, but like I said, when I hit the brake, I can see that she's pulling to the left a little bit. Everything's working, speedometer intact. I'm reading volts. We'll see if the temp comes up eventually. You guys know how I feel about the gas hand. It works or it doesn't. We put our 40 in. No way to know 100% if it's accurate. Oh, the brakes was on. That's why. Okay. I was gonna say that them lights look extra bright when they was bouncing off the wall, and it was because the brakes was on. So shifts are smooth. You guys can see that it's clearly raining outside. It's not pouring down, but no water getting in through the T-tops. People always ask if the T-tops leak. Doesn't mean if you go through a car wash that some water might not get in, but you guys can see clearly that it's raining relatively decent. So rides like a G-body, nothing special, and I say that respectfully. I mean, you know, it ain't got no LS swap or nothing, no crazy amount of power that's gonna spin the tires. Shifts have been smooth, no bouncing around. Suspension feels solid, not overly soft, not overly aggressive either. Let me see if this window's all the way up. Oh, there we go. All right, window's all the way up. Heat is working, I can feel it. Go ahead and turn that off. Sorry about that. No crazy belt squeal or anything, no rattling. Can hear the window just a little bit, but no air coming through either from the T-top or the windows themselves. So overall, definitely solid. Give me a minute, I'm gonna throw her on the rack and we'll check out. I've got the 84 up on the rack. Again, rear bumper looks solid. I don't have any cracks or anything. Everything appears to be OG. No leaks from the gas tank. You guys already saw the trunk pins look solid on the inside, so of course underneath it's gonna look good. Everything appears to be stock back here. Drum brakes, stock 10 bolt. We did have to get the exhaust done because it was rusty through here from the cats back to these mufflers. Coming down the passenger side, frame's nice and straight. Looking at the floors look great. No soft spots, no flaking, looks good. Coming down the driver's side, more of the same. Frame is nice and straight, and I have no issues with the floors anywhere. Floors look amazing, and there's no signs of any leaks from the trans or oil pan. I expected it to be wet under here because you guys saw it was raining during the test drive, but it's just minimal. Disc brakes up in the front. I got no signs of leaks from the radiator, power steering, or AC. Here's our front bumper. Again, everything looks solid, no cracks. Coming along the passenger side, this is always a sticking point. You guys know if you like G-bodies, these always start bowing out. Nice and flat there. Wheels, Hancock new at all four corners. Still got some of the blue there. I notice a lot of times we get comments on Instagram more than YouTube, always asking about the tires in the blue. Like, why don't we clean the tires, or why is the blue still there? And I think people don't understand what it's there for. The blue is literally there to stop the white from yellowing. So when we have new tires, the blue is on there from the factory so that when you get them, they're nice and white. The sun naturally, you know, it hits white, it yellows things. And it's very simply, the blue paint is going to absorb that, whatever, the blue that's in the sun, in the light, so that you don't get the yellowing. That's all it is. So it's not dirty. It's there for you to be able to wash off so your tires stay nice, bright, and white and look brand new. Underneath, again, we just came off the test drive, so it's a little bit wet. Nice and clean. We got a little bit of rust here, which again is expected. White paint. Rear quarter looks great. No bubbling, no cracks. I know you guys can probably hear that rain coming down, so it's pouring right now. Coming down the driver's side, again, rear quarter looks great. Underneath the body and the doors, nothing to really point out. Like I said, it's a solid car. If you're interested in this 84, go ahead, give us a call, 256-801-4409. Check us out at Rolling Museums on the website or Instagram. As always, we appreciate you watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe below.